Remember when your mom walked you into Funko Land as a kid, and she suggested that you buy whatever shitty kitty cat simulator was on the front desk, and you'd have to take it home, and by the end of the day, you just have like 45 virtual kittens, and they're all meowing for milk. And then remember the next day at school when fucking Ronnie, would talk about how his mom got him a copy of Blood Skull Fuckers, and how he spent the night ripping out a hell hooker's womb and using it to surf down a cartoon mouse's butthole into a robot dancing on a beloved celebrity's grave. Well, Ronnie is in therapy now, and everyone who made Blood Skull Fuckers is in jail, so maybe that's justice. I wonder what happened to other people who played offensive games. Like us, who are people who played offensive games. Nikki talks about the 10 people left behind to shoot semen into the earth and left behind. Cody never makes it to the Great Mighty Poo, and thus no shit is thrown in Conker's Bad Fur Day. And I'm that guy who always ruins the party by showing you a slideshow about the JFK Assassination, which maybe only happened at the parties I went to, and maybe it was also actually me, in JFK Reloaded. You don't want to play these games, younger you. Give those virtual kittens their gosh darned milk. It's Cartridge Blowers, episode 64. It's not cool to name your kid Raiden. By the way, the Kickstarter for Blood Skull Fucker starts a little later this week. At the $100 level, you can have your name tattooed on some guy's balls that get kicked so hard they explode on camera. Hooray!
YNIN Podcasting, part of the EDOC NameLock Interactive Network.
Hello everybody, and welcome to YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, the show where we give video games a second chance to make a first impression. I'm Cody Coleman, and with me as always is Nikki Wright. And Matthew Crua. How very 90s sitcom of us.
I was just copying Nikki, exactly.
Yeah, it was great. Anyway, if you would like to go ahead and skip to this week's theme where we play video games, it will be based around games that were controversial, that came out and people talked about them, probably because something bad was involved in them. So we'll get to that a little bit later, or you can skip ahead if you're watching on YouTube by clicking on the timestamp in the description below. But before we get to all that stuff, did we play anything fun this week we'd like to talk about? Or anything maybe even terrible that we'd like to talk about? Matt? Nikki?
Terrible? I don't play bad video games, Cody.
Except for this show.
Yeah, I know, yeah. For this, certainly. I have played a few things. In fact, there is a new episode of Cartridge Blowers Gaiden on this.
I haven't watched that yet. Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a 2-hour stream of Chroma Squad.
That's right. You talked about it on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. So Chroma Squad is it was a Kickstarted game that I didn't hear about until after, so I just have the normal paid for version. But it's an indie game made by this Brazilian team of developers. And basically what it is it's a tactical, turn-based RPG / studio management simulator.
Fun?
Right? The whole context of it is 5 stunt people who work on a Power Rangers-esque show have gotten fed up with being treated like dirt. So they quit working for the not Power Rangers show and go start their own show. And so you have to guide them through the episodes, manage the studio's funding, and who your advertisers are, buying new supplies. keeping the studio going, upgrading certain parts of it. And then when you play through the episodes, that sort of goes through the storyline of the game, they're played out like a Final Fantasy Tactics-esque turn-based battle, which is a lot of fun. Like, it's a really, really weird combination of stuff.
It's never been done before.
Well, certainly, no. But I mean, like, turn-based tactical game, cool, I'm down.
Yeah.
Alright. Management sim. I've played cool management simulators before that I found really fun. So, like, combining the two is really strange, and then putting a, Sentai coat of paint on it is just really out there. But it works, and it's really charming. It's got a really cool soundtrack. Like, the only parts that are annoying are that the translation could use a little work. I think their American translators, Portuguese to English translators, got a little lazy at points.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's like an old RPG.
I guess, but not on purpose.
Yeah, well,
like it just is like an old RPG.
Okay.
It's not like trying to remind you of that bygone age. It's just no. It's just a fuck up.
People really couldn't speak English very well, and they were localizing games.
Right. Exactly. No, this is just people who can't speak English very well localizing a game, and that is kind of a ding to it, and also it like there was a Kickstarter for it, like I said, and so people got to add content to the game by paying a certain amount of money, and a lot of them added really internet meme stuff.
Of course they did, yeah.
So there's one point where you have to fight some, I don't even remember.
How many Nyan cats do you have to kill?
0, but I remember groaning at some of the stuff. And, but needless to say, it's there, but it's few and far in between, and it's more than made up for by just how, again, charming the game is. And fun. It's deep, too. You can customize everything. Right now, we've finished season 1 of Cartridge Force.
Cool.
Which is
That's why you asked about the
yeah.
I did. So we've got Cody the Orange Ranger, Nikki the Blue Ranger, Ambi the Pink Ranger, Dylan is whatever he said. He's red, and I think I'm black.
Because of your prolific hip hop keto skills.
Yes, because I can totally breakdance and stuff. But I'm not going to do that on the camera right now because people aren't ready for this jelly. Yeah, we're Cartridge Force. We have every time that we transform from human to your ranger form, which is a part of the game. Like, you can fight in your normal human form for a while before transforming, it's a different type of game. It's pretty cool. We scream "Keep on blowing."
Cool.
Nice.
Our final attack is called "Don't Die or Do," and we have a giant robot that is called Billy.
Awesome.
That whenever we call for it, we scream "Billy!"
Fantastic.
It's basically very self-indulgent.
Yeah, no, people would have to have watched Terrible Awful Show to get that one.
Indeed, yeah. And I don't recommend that. But, it's a fun game. I highly recommend it.
Well, cool.
I think it was like $12. So.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Nikki,
That's me.
Did you play anything, Nikki?
Last week we were talking about, there's a real-life thing in Florida where you can get locked into a room and you have to figure out how to escape.
Yes.
And apparently, I learned that those are games that you can play on your phone. So I downloaded one of those and I've been playing that. It's called Escape the Room. How appropriate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, but it's made by some Korean indie developer. And like what Matt was talking about earlier, the English translation is not very good.
Oh, that's too bad.
It is very bad at times. But so far, it's a lot of fun. I love puzzle games like that, and each room is different and requires you to try to think a little bit differently, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Cool. Yeah. That's Matt actually left when we were talking before we started talking about that, but
we should finish Nottron. We should do that.
We should, yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, there's one of those escape the room things not far from where my wedding is going to be, so
Yes.
we want to do that.
Right?
I want to do that for like my birthday.
That sounds awesome, right?
Yeah, or, like that. Yeah, yes. Yes.
Cool. Well, maybe there'll be one when we're in California. We'll see.
I want to travel the country
I'm
and
gonna
do
look.
all of them.
That would be awesome.
There are murder mystery dinners. I was thinking about
Those are fucking cool too. Yes.
Well, cool. You play anything else, Nikki?
Just that, and Final Fantasy 14.
What?
Right on.
I
Yeah,
know
you
like
never.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, you never play that.
That's cool.
Does Dylan play with you?
Actually, sometimes. Actually, we had a friend who was doing like a 24-hour streaming event to raise money for St. Jude's.
Yeah.
And so during that, he's in our group that does stuff, and so we beat another Coil of Bahamut, as they're called in the game.
Just get another
Yeah.
coil of Bahamut.
T12 down, T13 to go. But no, during the stream, I actually won a copy of Witcher 3.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm kind of excited to be able to play that and maybe kind of get back to you guys on how that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a brand new game too.
Right, yeah. His goal, by the way, was just $250, but he ended up raising $550. So good for
Nice.
him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Go your
And
friend.
then, yeah, yay, doing good stuff for people who need it.
Yeah.
That's really it. He asked me to download Heroes of the Storm or something. I was like, it's 11:30 and I've been up since 4:30. So
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm
Later.
is a MOBA.
Isn't that a?
It's
I
a
was gonna say, isn't
Blizzard
that a
MOBA.
MOBA?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
multi...
don't do
that.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for League of Legends, so I don't know
Yeah.
how I would care for this. But I mean,
Plus, you
you're
don't
saying that
play
it's
any
different.
Blizzard titles, so you wouldn't even get
That's true.
the Warcraft, Starcraft,
Yeah.
whatever other thing.
Like even if you did,
references.
MOBAs are bad. So
Yeah, like I said, I didn't care for League of Legends. I like games where you just do more than this.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's really all you do with League of Legends. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, congratulations on winning The Witcher and your friend getting such a large amount of money for St. Jude. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I play? I played DuckTales Remastered. I've been playing that this week because I've beaten other games that I have currently, and I'm about to beat it. I like the game. DuckTales is the very first video game I ever beat for the original Nintendo. So replaying it has been fun. With HD graphics, and the recreation is fairly faithful. But there's one element of it that bothers me. And it's not the added stuff or...
The voice acting?
It's not even the voice acting.
Most people hated it. I love the voice acting.
The voice acting is fine. I don't mind the voice acting.
I think people will just bitch about any voice acting
They
that's
will.
not in Japanese.
And it's
Well,
all
no.
the fucking original voice cast. They're just ancient now.
I think people hated it because in the original game, it stops the game, so a cinema.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't care about that. It was cool. I don't know.
That did not bother me. What bothered me is if you lose and have to restart it, you can't ever not watch the cinema. Well, you can skip them, but they always initiate. And the thing that bothers me is like they've added in-depthness to the game, like there's fetch quests and stuff, which is great. But sometimes the levels get really long, and then you'll get to the very end and have to do all of it all over again. And that seems weird because a lot of games do that, but there are two levels in particular that have frustrated the shit out of me. There's the Himalayas and the very fucking last level of the game. And for example, the last level of the game, you play a fairly lengthy. You get 3 cutscenes, play a fairly lengthy platforming stage, then you get a minecart stage, then a platforming stage, then another minecart stage with some cinematics, then another platforming stage, then the final boss. Then after you beat the final boss, you have to race up a fucking mountain to get your number 1 dime, and then after that, you have, which I have not yet beaten, a climb where you have to jump from chain to chain to chain as you go up a mountain while lava is raising beneath you. So I always make it to that point with no lives, and then I miss a chain and fall in the lava 3 times and have to do the whole goddamn thing over again.
Fun.
Yeah, so that part is frustrating. I'm like, I've beaten the final boss. I should at least have a checkpoint, I feel.
No.
But, I don't. And that's the only thing about the game that bothers me. Other than that,
Like,
it's
that's
great.
not unlike the original, though. In the original, you beat the last guy, and then you do have to, like, beat Glomgold to the dime, and...
Yeah, you do. And I can do that. I'm not doing so good with the chains, though. And I guess I'm tired of playing 15 to 20 minutes over and over and over and over again to only fail at the very end and have to do it all over again.
What system are you playing it on?
The Wii U.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say if it's on PC, there's probably, like, some trainers or something that could get you to where you need to be.
Yeah, and there's also a weird glitch that's been happening to my game occasionally, not all the time, but where, like, when it would play a sound of you, like, if you collect something or get hit, when it would play a sound, it would play 2 sounds for the same thing. So, like, you'll hit something with your cane and it'll go fire 1, and then you'll hit it again, it'll go fire 2, except this time it'll go fire 1 and fire 2 at the exact same time. And then I'll, like, kill the final boss and he'll be screaming, and then he'll continue screaming and it won't stop until I beat the game.
But your Wii U is haunted.
My Wii U is haunted.
It's just screaming at you.
Yeah.
Like, if you turn on your Wii U and you hear the wails of slain children, like, you should probably take it, like, to get refurbished, at least.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a system update I can perform to get rid of the screams of dead
Possibly.
children. But, yeah, other than that, I haven't been playing much. But other than that, that's it. Anyone else have a game they want to play, or should we dive into the new crap?
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
I dove into crap. I'm covered in shit.
I have a Stuff Weekly style story for this show.
Okay. Do you wanna touch on that real quick?
Real quick.
Okay.
So on Stuff Weekly, we have in the past kind of talked about, like, really dumb baby names.
Yeah.
And I found recently that there are people who name their kids after video game characters, and that's not so shocking. I mean, there are some, like, names where it's like, oh, Lulu from Final Fantasy X.
Robin Williams named
Williams,
his daughter
yeah.
after Zelda.
Exactly,
Yep.
named his daughter Zelda. So, but I don't think it's so cool to name your kid, like, Raiden, which at least I people did in 2009.
Cool.
Some people have named their kid Alucard because
It's Dracula backwards.
I
or
never noticed
Arthas.
that, actually. Wait,
Wait,
who?
what was
Wait,
it?
you never noticed that? What?
Who?
Arthas?
Arthas?
From Arthas.
Oh,
Arthas
okay.
from Warcraft. Cortana from the Halo series.
Oh my god.
Hyena from the Prince of Persia series. Cloud. People have named their Cloud. Kratos. Roxas.
Kratos? Roxas?
Naming your kid Roxas is hilarious.
Oh, hang on. I'm trying to go in the order of the most ridiculous.
Here, child, I named you after a tutorial stage.
Cyan for boys. Sephiroth.
Wait, Cyan, like Cyan?
Yes.
Like the color?
freaking, he's a Final
Like the
Fantasy.
color.
No, he's a Final Fantasy VI guy
Right.
with a mustache and a ponytail.
Locke.
FF6, okay.
Yeah, Zidane.
Okay.
Oren.
From FF10?
And, yeah, and...
He's dead! Spoiler alert. He's dead.
And Tidus.
Oh.
Yeah, well, not surprising.
Some popular Final Fantasy names for girls. Vivi.
Vivi was... what? Vivi was like... I don't want to spoil that game, because I don't know that either of you have played it. But Vivi was not even necessarily a girl. Anyway.
Yeah. Rydia.
Okay.
Ash, which I guess is kind of normal short for Ashley.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gosh, it gets so stupid from here on out. I don't know where to go. Yuna. Which is like a perfectly normal name in Japanese, but if you're white and you're naming your kid Yuna, don't.
Yeah.
Riku.
Hi.
Renoa.
Okay.
And then Aerys and Aerith.
Both of them?
Both of them.
I can't decide on which translation to name my baby.
Yeah.
All of that is disappointing. Like, what happened to...
disappointing.
What happened to good old days when we would name our baby Turok? You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna name my baby Vanille Lufia Captain Planet.
Good. I
don't care if it's a boy or a girl. It's Vanille.
You know, honey, I've thought long and hard. I mean, look at our child. He's the most beautiful baby I've ever seen, and you said that I could name him, and I've taken it to heart. I've spent days thinking about this. So let me just introduce you to our son, Wario.
He's gonna win.
Wario.
What a sweet name for your little boy. I can't wait until he hangs out with my little boy, Reptile.
We'll have to deal with the schoolyard bully Shao Kahn.
And Noob Saibot. Yeah.
Someone out there has named their kid Noob.
Probably.
I hope so, because I know who I'm going to beat up.
Because that will be like a funny joke for like when he's a newborn. But later on.
So, like, have people named their kids Sub-Zero or Scorpion? Is there a Sub-Zero in the baby name registry?
Probably.
Like, that is ludicrous. Like, some of those are maybe passable.
Yeah.
Like Cloud is like, I feel like
a hippie name, sure.
Yeah, your parents lived in a commune, you named you Cloud. Okay. But like Oren? And
weird ass names though. On Stuff Weekly we had a guy who was legitimately named Bamboo Flute.
That's sure. I would listen. I would take being named after an actual musical instrument than being named after a fictional god of war.
When I was like, I told Brooke what I wanted to name my kid because I thought it was funny when we were when I was like 6 or 7, and I told her, and she said, "Listen, just so you know, if this comes up again, we are not naming our kid Darkwing Duck. I'm sorry."
But why?
She's like,
really
you can buy a duck.
Badass name.
Yeah.
I'm like, he'll be the terror that flaps in the night. He'll be okay. He'll beat up all the bad guys that are also rats.
He's gonna get dangerous every day on the playground.
You can say that every time you try to conceive. Let's get dangerous.
No!
As well as, if I was a creepy person, suck gas, evildoer. But I'm not.
Wow. You can name your first kid Darkwing Duck and your second kid Marsupilami. Oh man.
Soon I'll have the whole Disney afternoon. It will be great.
Like, if you're gonna name your kid after a video game character, why stop there? Like, I'm just gonna start naming them after entire video games. This is my son Star Fox.
Yeah.
And his little brother. His little brother Blaster Master. Which is, I take it back, that's a fucking rad name. Blaster Master is the best name for a kid.
Blaster Master, Star Fox, go get your brother Bionic Commando and we're good.
Yeah.
But where the fuck is Jazz Jackrabbit?
Like, and like, I made that Turok joke. Like, you know the story about the Turok thing?
No.
Like, it was one of the many things that fucking company, that Acclaim did before they went out of business. Back when, like, Turok 2 or 3 came out on Nintendo 64, they had a contest where they would pay, I think it was like $50,000 to the first couple that named their child Turok.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's terrible.
And so someone named their child Turok.
That's too bad.
They got $50,000, but their child is named Turok.
Yeah, and man, that story is going to be difficult to tell them one day. We named you Turok because of a contest.
Yeah, it's a family name.
We got $50,000 for you to get beat up later. So, also, it did not help sales of Turok.
No.
No.
Nothing could. Nothing could. All of that is unfortunate.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Why can't kids just have cool names like Matt?
Yeah.
Right? Or Nicole.
Right? And no other names.
I wasn't even gonna say it. I knew it was just gonna be a chance to ridicule me again. So anyway,
Yeah.
all right, we got a few more things to touch on in this segment. One is actually another news story, and I just wanted to see what you guys thought of the announcement that Universal Studios and Nintendo have announced a theme park partnership, and there's going to now be Nintendo theme parks. Or at the very least, it's going to be incorporated into another one. I think they're about to lose Marvel to Disney.
Yeah.
Might as well replace it with Nintendo. I think it's cool.
To which I say, please keep catering to me personally.
Right?
like, we had Marvel for a while. I know. I'm going to replace it with Nintendo. I'm in.
And we still get to keep Marvel, because Disney's just going to make it. So,
right.
Yeah. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, no, I'm like, Nintendo obviously is taking the plunge into licensing with the whole, Netflix story from earlier this year to their recent announcement that they're going to be developing mobile games, to this whole theme park thing, which is, I think, a big change in philosophy for the company.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think it's a good one.
Yeah, and they kind of need to.
Yeah. Because they've got all of these properties, and I mean, they make really great games, so they can back up what these properties represent. But why not do more?
Right, yeah. And people have been saying, look, it's great that you made the Nintendo Land game, but we would actually pay to go to real Nintendo Land. So let's do that.
Like, why did so many marketing, licensing opportunities that were just lost, from our childhoods. Why was there not, like, a Star Fox television series?
Right?
Like, I would have watched that cartoon, abso-fucking-lutely. Or, why...
Though there was an F-Zero. So.
We were adults then, doesn't count. Like, like, when we were kids, Nintendo didn't, they made a Mario movie and they were like, oh, shit. We can't license our shit out to anybody ever again, or they're going to do that.
Right. Bob Hoskins ruined it for everybody.
Pretty much. And now that he's dead, we can move on and make new stuff, apparently. The curse has been lifted. No, I think it's a super cool thing. I'm into it.
Me too, absolutely.
I don't know what rides we're getting.
Give me that Mario Kart 8 roller coaster.
Sweet, dude. Yes, I'm in.
about, no, not a roller coaster. How about just a racetrack where you can actually roll things at people?
Okay, sure. Why not?
Not a liability at all.
Oh man, did you see that Mario Kart and Mad Max trailer?
No, what?
No.
Oh, okay. We don't need to watch that during the show. I'll show
We'll
it to
watch
you
it
after.
after.
But go Google it. It's a Mad Max trailer with Mario Kart. It's good. It's funny.
Sounds like it would fit.
Nintendo's doing all kinds of crazy stuff lately. Did you hear the thing they're doing for E3?
No, what?
No.
Ah, it's cool. They had a whole commercial about it, or the YouTube video about it. It's really funny. But basically, it's they're bringing back the Nintendo World Championships,
Okay.
a la from the movie The Wizard,
Oh, yeah.
and they're going to have it. It's going to be, people can compete from around the world can qualify at your local Best Buy, and then you can qualify to earn a chance to go to E3, compete against other people, and you play Dr. Mario, then you play Mario 1, then you play Super Mario Brothers 3!
It's a new
Of course you
game.
do.
A new game!
Never played before by
Never
anybody.
played before.
Never.
This is a reference nobody's getting because nobody watched The Wizard.
Well, Fred Savage will be there, so Nintendo is putting all their money behind you having
I'm
watched
sure.
The
I'm
Wizard.
sure it was really hard to get Fred Savage there. And you want to make $100 and get some pizza?
Did you say pizza?
Food. I can't ride on my brother's coattails anymore.
But
Money is running out.
But the qualifiers for the Nintendo World Championships, I was thinking about going, but the closest one to me is in Miami, which is pretty far. And obviously Cody lives in Arkansas, so there's nothing near him.
No.
But there is one in San Francisco.
I was gonna say when.
Like the 27th, I think.
This month.
Yeah.
You and Dylan need to go play some games.
You gotta brush up on your Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I haven't played that in years.
Ah, it's fun.
But it's basically Tetris.
It's like Tetris, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's Nintendo's going nuts as of late. I'm excited. I mean, E3 is right around the corner, and that's going to be real fun too. Summer is always a really cool time for video games because
It really is.
you've got the stuff leading up to E3, then you've got E3, then there's a couple of months of just people reacting to E3, and then now for the past few years, July ends with video games done quick.
Yep.
So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, summer's awesome. Summer's cool. I mean, it's not. It's the worst season, but
But cool
It
stuff
is.
happens during it.
yeah, exactly.
That's not weather related.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It is the worst weather season,
Yeah.
and summer should die and never happen.
Well, in that
Please.
case,
I wish for blackness upon the earth.
and that's it. Let's get into playing some controversial games.
Okay.
All right, so as I said, these games are controversial. Games that at one point when they came out, people kind of
Your mom got real mad
yeah,
about it.
she would not let you get this game.
No.
Yeah.
Unless she was a bad mom, in which case she bought it for you and said, "Oh yeah, you and your friends go into your sex dungeon and do it while you're smoking pot." You know?
That man, that was not my mom. That
I had a good mom.
yeah.
I'm just saying that's what I assume all moms today do.
My mom did not buy me this game that I played. Since Nikki does not have a video, she did
I'm
play
so
a game.
sad.
But why don't you tell us about your game? at the
Yeah.
very least?
So, I played a game called Left Behind Eternal Forces. It's a game by Left Behind Games, and it's based off of the book series with the same name. And basically, the entire premise is, so you are on Earth because you are a liberal, dirty scumbag who listened to music and read books and didn't read the Bible and didn't praise God enough.
That sounds like
But
me.
You were right. You were left behind on Earth after the rapture. And the whole goal of the game is to shoot and beat the love of God into other people. so that you can...
It's fucking violent as shit.
Yeah, Jack Thompson doesn't usually say things that I agree with, or anybody here that I can recall.
Man, Jack
I think we all
Thompson.
universally hate him. But Jack Thompson said something about this game that I actually kind of agree with. He said that the game is about killing people for their lack of faith in Jesus, which is, you know, incompatible with basic Christian doctrine. And he decided ultimately to break his connection with the publisher behind Left Behind. And man,
Good
I
job.
guess even a broken clock is right twice a day, because I kind of agree with how he thought it was deplorable, because it kind of is.
It is deplorable.
People hailed this game as like spiritual warfare, because basically your whole thing is like, when there's an action called pray, and when you pray with people, you take out like a spirit gun, and like you're shooting them with gold beams until they become Christian.
That's every. I grew up in Catholic school, and that's every time I parade.
Right. There's also an attack feature. You can just choose to hurt people.
Just for the love of pain. Yeah.
For the love, yeah. Yeah.
Praise be to
And
pain.
So like you come across NPCs, and they'll be like, beware of the evil music. Musicians will try to lure you into the eyes of the devil with their shredding guitar sounds and things like that. It's really, really obnoxious.
They will try to drag you to hell with their shredding kick-ass guitar solos.
It's seriously something like that. It was really stupid. There are billboards all over that say, you know, like, expand your mind. And of course you're in liberal New York, where, you know, everybody has been left behind, and you have to tell them, what if it wasn't an electromagnetic storm? What if it was higher power? And
Sure, I'll go with the less viable option.
like you have different goals where you have to go and convert people and bring them to a church. You have to meet people at a church and like talk about God. There are people that you can fight for being like, they're evil because they're not Christian enough. And if they beat you, you become a neutral force, and then your turn is over, like your game is over. The intro video, yeah, it was stupid. The intro video is like, there are a few different kinds of people in the world. Good, God-fearing Christians, and then people who don't really care about Christianity. And then there are people who are Christians but didn't pray hard enough. And then there are people who laugh at Christianity.
There are two kinds of people in the world, and here are 10 of them.
Oh, yes, it was like either you were like fucking a Bible, or you were everybody else, and everybody else was not good enough. And then it literally shows like sperm exiting from the earth. It was really terrible. And there's an announcer, and I really wish that this could have, because like I wanted you guys to hear the announcer so much.
Was it Kirk
Or
Cameron?
the narrator. No, the narrator sounded exactly like Tom DeLonge.
Oh,
Exactly
man.
like Tom.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
Maybe we need to discuss this with our friends.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
which
So I'm so sad. This game would have been perfect for this show. It was atrocious. The voice acting was terrible. There was a woman who literally just, it sounded like most of the like random characters that you talk to are voiced by the same person. And so even if it was a woman, it was just, you know, a guy doing this with his voice.
she's a wizard.
Yeah, it was so bad, and would have been great fodder for the show.
Well, you know, that's all right. Maybe next time we have a Lost episodes, you can play it again or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will. This is my second time trying to play it for the show.
Right on. Well, we'll get it. We'll get that video to work eventually.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah. Well, we do have a video for mine, and I played a game that I had seen people play before, but never actually played myself. And also, when I watched them play it, they were further along in the game, so it was my turn to see what the beginning of Conker's Bad Fur Day is like. And, man...
I have heard terrible things about this game.
This game came out, and it featured a lovable, cute cartoon squirrel that had already been featured in a couple of other rare titles in the past.
I think just Diddy Kong Racing.
He was in Diddy Kong's Racing, yeah. And wasn't there like a Conker 64 or something? I'm not sure.
No, it was an like Conker was originally shown at an E3 in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be, just another cutesy collector, a la Banjo-Kazooie. But then Rare just went off the deep end with the same character.
Yeah.
And like even took the same levels and used them. But yeah.
Yeah. So now instead of being a cute, lovable little squirrel, he is a foul-mouthed, drunk, womanizing squirrel who is in a world of similarly created characters and some that might be racist. Let's just get right on in to Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. And the beginning did not record with audio, but I fixed that for the actual gameplay.
Before judgment is passed, kid me, I loved this game.
Well, kid me thought it was going to be pretty cool because it's vulgar and shit. Also, apparently that's Barry, Conker's Bugs Bunny girlfriend. So you just focus on her ass for a little bit.
Thank God for that. What kid didn't have a boner
for
drag
Bugs Bunny?
Lady boners were everywhere from that scene. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what happened for that particular thing, but... so basically I've cut out a lot of stuff because this game really likes to fucking talk. Conker has been drunk and he's been thrown out, and now it's time for him to get home, and he's very drunk, and that scene with his girlfriend, he was leaving a voicemail saying that he was out with his friends and lying to her, so now he's got to make it home. And I'm walking around, swaying back and forth, because I'm quite intoxicated. There's a button dedicated to hiccuping, if you want.
What?
So I'm like, alright, well, I need to get home. I tried swimming for a little while, it didn't work, so found out I need to go here. And I met this drunk scarecrow.
Can you help me? I need to get home and go to bed because I don't feel very well at all.
Can you imagine being the voice actor recruited to be this
yeah,
thing?
right?
And it's alright, so it's a game targeted at kids.
So you can't help me
cool,
at all.
Cool, awesome, I'm excited. But you're drunk.
Yeah.
This game wasn't targeted as kids.
No, kids just ended up getting it. And this is why parents were mad, is because it has a kid-like cartoon in a relatively...
Wow.
Yeah, so you got a beer. Scarecrow Birdie.
That's why parents were mad.
That's why parents were mad. Yeah,
obviously.
it's
rated M for mature. If you can't, police what your kids get, then...
Well, right.
Right, exactly.
So it's teaching you about context sensitivity.
Okay.
Oh, that sign kind of says fuck off, bros.
Yeah. So yeah, this was on the N64, which was a very clean system before this game was released. So
there were shooting games on the system that barely had any blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess there was also Turok, which had a gun that made your brains fly out.
Yeah.
Gave me just what I need at that moment.
So he got a hangover remedy on this context-sensitive button.
Context sensitive.
So now he's not drunk anymore.
Oh, I feel a little better.
So now here comes the platforming.
Oh, cool. He's Dixie Kong.
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know. I thought the context-sensitive thing was kind of clever.
Oh, well, I didn't say it's not clever. It's just, you know, hangover. So now I'm not drunk anymore. So I fall.
Oh, no.
Are you sure you're not drunk anymore?
You think? Yeah.
And you're dead.
No.
It's playing out that great that was hidden under the waterfall.
You said this was for the Nintendo 64?
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 had pretty decent graphics for the late 90s. Well,
Yeah.
most games had really pretty cool.
This was really close to the end of the system's life.
Right, yeah.
Was it?
It was getting the most it could out of it.
Yeah, but it is a really it is a pretty game. I mean, the only thing that's really like I can think of prettier on the 64 is probably like Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I found
You're
a
real charm. I
gargoyle.
just want to get past, please.
No, I don't think so. I've only just got comfy. Have you ever sat on a piece of Gothic architecture for 200 years? Gets right up your arse, you know. Thought it was about time to move on to a bridge, say. And I'm not moving now.
Isn't it a little bit early in the day to
There
start
was
talking about Gothic
so
architecture?
little.
It's never too early in the day to start talking about Gothic architecture.
That's the name of our next podcast.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Wow, that was pretty graphic for Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And like this game is like actually really technically impressive because again it's pretty, and also this is a cartridge game, but it's fully voice acted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so rare, no pun intended, in a 64 game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A frying pan.
It's got it zoomed weird somehow, but that fixes pretty soon too. I have a lot of cutscenes in this video because there was not a lot of not cutscenes in what I played. And I played for about 40 minutes, so...
That's chocolate.
Yeah, it's anti-gravity chocolate, which is your health.
Ah, okay.
There was a cutscene I had to cut out.
Nasty, nasty wasps. Whatever shall we do? My beautiful hive is gone. Oh, I'll never see it again.
Wow, hope she's rich because she ain't cute.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. I had to make sure we got the sexist comment in there.
Hey, some wise guy's trying to steal our nice new hive.
Come on, boss. Let's go get him.
Yeah, let's get it.
I don't know. I don't get the upend to this game. Especially if you play it all the way through. Like, Conker is he's your protagonist, but he's never made out to be like a good guy. Like life shits on him the whole way, and he pretty much patently deserves it. And the game says as much. Like he's horrible to other people, and the game punishes him for it.
Well, that's
so,
true.
I don't know. I don't think this is like.
So I died.
Should have caused as much of an uproar. Aside from it's a game that has, a cartoon squirrel that drinks.
Right. Well, and at the time that was not common. Like this kind of thing was not common.
Now it happens all the time.
All the
now
time.
We've got,
Always.
yeah. Now we've got like Slappy Squirrel Drinking Simulator 2015, and
it is a Animaniacs licensed game.
So when you die, you get a cutscene? Is
Yeah,
there a game
yeah, this is a
over?
cutscene. Yeah.
Can't be asked for this bloody ridiculous contraption. Whose idea was this anyway? Right. Hello. My name's Greg, the Grim Reaper, and don't laugh.
Aren't you a little shot to be a Grim Reaper?
Well, how many Grim Reapers have you met before, mate? What am I supposed to look like?
Yeah, that's a good point. Well made.
Now, let's see. Ah, yes. Conker. Surname?
The squirrel.
The squirrel. The... Oh, bloody hell, you would have to be a sodding squirrel.
Anyway, so this goes on for a lot longer. Now I'm back
there,
to lost.
There is a lot of talking.
A lot. But we're almost done. Eat lead, mother buzzer. So the bee used her hive turret to kill the wasps.
And none of this would have happened if it weren't for that no-good husband of mine who's gone off, you know, with another woman.
Oh, really? That doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
Nothing. Anyway, as a reward for your good service to the bee community, I present you with this.
So I get $10.
Not for me.
Like a pack of $10 though.
Eating money.
Want some of that dough?
Yeah, driven by greed.
Woo!
There you go.
So I paid for the manual. He farts, so the $10 gets mad and leaves to go back with Conker. So
Okay, suits me.
Cash.
the end. So that's Conker's Bad Fur Day, and younger me loved watching people play this game. This time, I wasn't as into it. Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw that, please.
Oh. Yeah, that's coming up next. It's a good way
Oh
to
my
end
God.
the show. Damn. So anyway, lots of talking, not a whole lot of gameplay this time.
Yeah.
Wasn't really a way
cool music.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The music wasn't bad.
Was really pretty looking.
Yeah.
It was technologically advanced for its time. Probably nowadays would not get all the backlash that it did. But still, I don't know if I'd play it again. It wasn't a shitty game, but
Well, you didn't get to the part where you fight the Great Mighty Poo.
the Great Mighty Poo.
Oh my goodness.
Which is an opera song that you actually have to fight through. As a full scale opera, fully written from beginning
That
to
sounds
end.
ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I am the Great Mighty Poo, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
Nice job. That's
Thank you.
right off the cuff.
Classic.
Yeah.
A great supply of dish comes from his chocolate starfish.
All right then. Let's move on from my game to Matt. What the hell did you play?
I played Barbie Horse Adventures. I did not do that. No, this was brought up by Nikki, I believe, last time we did controversial games, and I was like, well, someone's got to do it. So I went onto the internet and got myself probably put on some government watch lists.
Next is our show.
In order to find the 2004 Game of the Year, JFK Reloaded.
Oh, man.
And boy, howdy. I'm being gassed by the government. JFK Reloaded is a game where you play as Lee Harvey Oswald, and you have to recreate the Kennedy assassination as closely as possible in order to score points.
Oh boy.
Yeah, isn't it cool to kill the president for points?
No, that is not cool, Matthew.
Like, people are like, man, this guy tried to shoot Ronald Reagan, and this guy shot William McKinley. And it's like, yeah, but their names are still on the top scoreboard. So, I mean, respect. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is there's 10 minutes of this, and it is something else.
All right, let's see.
All right.
Let's see the most controversial game.
Here we go.
Holy shit! Is this PC?
It is. It's a PC game.
Okay.
You think this game would get released on consoles?
Well, that makes you're right.
Dallas, Texas, 12:30 p.m. November 22nd. The Texas School Depository, 6th floor. The weather is fine. You have a rifle. That's all you need to know.
Damn.
Yeah, it's dark. So it immediately goes into the depository, and here I am. I'm Lee Harvey Oswald, and mouse sensitivity is pretty low. You can turn around, look at everything behind you, and here comes a motorcade. That sounds fun.
So you get right into it.
I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I mean, obviously I need to shoot John F. Kennedy, but it's. I'm like, well, I mean, where's he at? I don't know what this parade looks like from memory. I wasn't alive. Oh, but that looks like a 12-box. That looks like a 12-box hat. So I basically shoot, and the cars stop, and so I'm like, well, I guess I should kill John F. Kennedy. He's there next to the wife, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I did it. I decided, like, can I run away? Can I try to escape?
He looked like he was still sitting.
Books.
What are those?
Alright, so the game has not gone to the scoreboard yet.
People have been run over, though.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
You didn't have to do shit.
I'm not sure what happened.
I like how they're all just sitting in the car waiting.
Yeah, I may have like killed the driver, and now we fade to the replay, because you always get a replay of what happened. But it looks like I think I shot the driver.
Oh, you did. You killed the driver, or he fell asleep.
and nobody really seems to give a shit.
Yeah,
no, that's kind of the weirdest part. Everyone else is just kind of like, huh. Like Kennedy himself was like, it's a nice day outside. I am really enjoying this wonderful, beautiful, sunny day. I wish our driver would move, though. So you can zoom in.
He is so fine.
You can look at different angles that are like historically tied to people who actually filmed the assassination. Because, I mean, like, the person who made this didn't do it to, give you a Kennedy assassination simulator. They were doing it to, like, basically, as from a historical aspect, is at least what they claimed.
Yeah, I don't know that I buy that.
I don't know that I buy it either. But, I mean, like, if they weren't, there is a lot of historical information going into it. And now I realize that those guys were dead on the ground, and I want to figure out what happened. So...
Their car got hit.
Yeah, so it looks like that gray car in the back.
They did it. We found the real assassinator.
Yes. Oh no, the blue car pushes forward, and then you can see those Secret Service agents just sort of slump, like because
they just kind of fall over like they're fucking mannequins.
The one just like face plants.
Look at that guy! His butt's in the air. And like,
what he just falls off the motorcycle?
I don't know. I don't know why cars are still coming.
It does make you move forward, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of unintentional hilarity in this, I'm not gonna lie. So now you get the ballistics information, and you can see where your bullet went and who was actually hit, and what happened. Which again is kind of gruesome. But I mean, it's like weird. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain this. And so I get scored. So like JFK was uninjured, so I get 0 points. The First Lady is uninjured, so I got 50. The Governor was injured, so I get 100.
Okay.
There were 3 shots. I only fired 2, so I don't get any points for the third one. Whole thing. So I'm like, well, let's try again. I need to kill Kennedy this time. He survived. And that's bad. That's real bad for the country. So here's this car. So I just... No, come here. So like they're already on it. Like Kennedy and his crew are already like, oh shit, the guy in front of us is getting shot.
Oh man, they're speeding off.
Secret. Wait, what's going on?
So as you can see, they get scared.
Why is he
driving to the
car?
They get scared, and then everyone dies in a car accident. So I'm trying to find a good view for this, and because it's like the animations in this game are so horrendous. Like, check it out. So here we got the car coming straight for the wall, and like, hold on, 3, 2, 1, maybe.
Not yet. Here comes. Here we go.
Here it comes.
Kennedy like missiles into the air.
Jacqueline.
Oh man, Jackie just careened through the windshield.
But it doesn't break. She just
No.
phases through it like getting
Right,
fired or
right.
something. So my first bullet smashed a vehicle, but not this one. So the bullet's like way over there on the other side of the screen. This one hit a vehicle and ricocheted. And like the governor's like, yeah, whatever, that's weird, I guess. Shot number 4 hit some scenery, but now the Secret Service agent has jumped on. And now I hit the limo driver on the ankle, and maybe that's why he crashed. But as you can see at the top, everyone was killed in an auto wreck. For some reason, that light car crash killed them, and I'm not sure what happened.
You didn't get any points for it, though.
I didn't. So I'm like, well, I mean, I killed Kennedy, but not in the way I'm supposed to kill Kennedy. Jeez. One thing I'm kind of weirded out by is the file folder that seems to be like on the window.
Yeah.
When I unzoom out, I'm not really sure what that's about. I'm not really sure, like, was Kennedy shot from behind or in front?
It looks like you got his chest.
Just like in the real life.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Did you see the CIA agent just jump on the back of the car again?
Yeah, but that happened in real life, too.
Did it?
Yeah, like when Kennedy was shot, like after he gets shot, the FBI agent or CIA or Secret Service agent like jumps onto the car and they take off.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah. So I hit the governor and killed him, which is like, well, that's like the one person I don't want to kill. He's super cool, I guess.
You didn't kill Kennedy, you just shot him in the stomach.
Yeah, so I got a 100 out of 1,000. Life is stupid. Gosh, I'm never going to kill Kennedy at this rate. Ugh, I'm the worst Lee Harvey Oswald ever. But yeah, so you can see there's a folder like floating in the air. And I have no legs. They did not program legs in for me. So I decided at this point that maybe I should shoot John F. Kennedy in the back of the head. Which is the most horrible thing I've said ever in my life.
Right?
And so I'm kind of just waiting. And... oh no!
Who did you shoot?
I don't... apparently a blood pack. I shot the Kool-Aid Man. Because that just splattered. I don't know what happened. But here's the replay. And like as I'm watching,
oh shit!
No!
Oh wow!
Oh, wow!
Why would they model that?
That
like,
is...
So you rewind it and see it again?
I did because I wasn't sure what I saw. I'm like, wait a minute, did his head like
just
pop open?
You cut out a piece.
I did. Like this game has so low quality models. Everything is so piss poor done. And yet they modeled
oh my goodness.
They modeled in his
my
head
God.
exploding. This game is fucked up.
Whoa! That's why
Like,
everyone else has.
And also that lady back there is kind of funny. But like this whole game is just like I don't really why would you do that? Why would you make his head explode?
Oh,
That's
cool. You see that in the ballistics review.
yeah. So that's like my top score, I guess. Which
Wow, good. Congratulations.
yeah, I did the best at killing Kennedy. So this time I'm just like, help, help, help. No. I need help because help me. Help. Oh, I'm trapped.
Well,
such is the end.
Yeah. So,
of JFK Reloaded. Like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know really how to feel about that game. I like, obviously they should not have modeled that last part.
That got super gruesome.
Yeah, that's like kind of uncalled for. I don't think like I think like an assassination game is kind of an alright idea, but maybe not a real life assassination of a real president.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah.
Like, is a cool idea? That seems like a not good idea.
I think you're correct.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, you could have put your time and effort into something a little less distasteful.
Yeah. Distasteful is a good word. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say that I was offended, but maybe I was a little. I don't know. That last part really got to me.
That last part was.
It was super
really
gross.
Like beforehand, it was all like, oh, ha 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 ha. This is a bunch of shitty models that are, I shoot someone and the car goes zooming off like at fast speeds, or someone crashes into people and they pop out like like little dolls. It's ridiculous. And then on the third or fourth time, it's like, oh, I accidentally shoot him, and his fucking model brain explodes. And there's actually a little brain modeled inside, so you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
And nah. We can
a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you lost me at the end. I thought it was like, oh, this is goofy. It's not goofy. It's not cool. Boo.
Well, I guess you're not gonna be playing that again.
No. Actually, I bought it on Steam. So no, you can't buy this on Steam. That would be wrong.
No.
I will not be playing this again. No.
Okay, good.
No.
All right. Well, before we go ahead and end the show, we need to figure out what we're playing next time. So, Matt, what we got?
Well, next week is JFK Reloaded week. We're all
No.
No. Okay, I guess not. Next, and I'm not really sure what this theme means. We've never done it before. But it's written here, so I'm going to go with it. Next week, we'll be taking a trip into the past to look at the games of yesteryear or whatever. I don't know. What's the spiel for this show? Who cares? We'll be taking an even further trip into the past, in which we play games that take place during significant historical time periods. Historical games is what is written.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm assuming like
the JFK assassination.
Oh no. I was thinking more like the Renaissance, or like ancient Rome, maybe. Like apparently this is a broad topic.
It's fairly broad, yeah. There are Civil War games. There
took
are
place in real life.
World War II. I think we didn't want to say World War II games.
Okay.
So it's like something like that.
Okay.
So mostly first-person shooters and tactical things.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
But not JFK Reloaded.
Nikki?
There are 2 video games based on the assassination of JFK.
2?
2.
Well, 2 of us are gonna have to play that. No. Anyway, next time, find out what games.
Call of Duty Black Ops. What? Sorry.
Anyway.
No, in Call of Duty Black Ops, you play as John F. Kennedy and fight zombies.
Really?
That's kind of awesome.
Right.
Okay. Well,
on the moon.
That will count. Anyway, to figure out what games we decide are actually historical, go ahead and tune in next time. Until then, I'm Cody Coleman. With me, as always, is Nikki Wright, who is very sad, and Matt Crua. And until next time, don't die. Feel bad saying that after that last game, but really, don't die. And you know,
keep on blowing.
Yeah. Hesitant.
But not like blowing like
brains. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, yeah, don't do that.
This episode's dark.
Game over.